In the bustling industrial heart of the city, Vikram stood amidst a sea of wooden crates at Aravinda Manufacturing. As the head of logistics, his primary objective was to ensure that the heavy machinery components reached their destination across state lines. However, a new shipment valued at over 65,000 rupees presented a critical regulatory requirement: the generation of an e-way bill. He knew that for any consignment exceeding 50,000 rupees in value, the digital documentation was non-negotiable under the GST regime. To ensure absolute precision, Vikram sought the expertise of Meera, the firm's chief compliance officer. Meera explained that the e-way bill is an electronic document generated on the dedicated portal, evidencing the movement of goods. "It is the digital pulse of our supply chain, Vikram," she noted. She emphasized that according to Rule 138 of the CGST rules, the bill must be generated before the commencement of movement, ensuring transparency and preventing tax evasion. Meera guided Vikram through the responsibility of generation. While the registered supplier usually initiates the process, she clarified that the recipient or even the transporter could generate it if the supplier had not. In cases where goods are supplied by an unregistered person to a registered one, the onus falls on the receiver, Meera explained. She highlighted that the process is decentralized to ensure that movement is never stalled due to a lack of documentation. Vikram asked about exceptions to the 50,000 rupees threshold. Meera clarified that while the value limit is standard, certain scenarios mandate an e-way bill regardless of the consignment's value. Interstate movement of goods for job work and the interstate transport of handicraft goods by exempt dealers always require an e-way bill, she said. Vikram realized that compliance was not just about the invoice value, but also the nature of the transaction. They moved on to the structure of the document, specifically Form GSTE WB01. Meera explained that the form is divided into two vital sections. Part A collects the recipient's GSTIN, the place of delivery, the invoice number, the value of goods, and the HSN code. Part B, she added, is equally crucial as it contains the transporter details, specifically the vehicle number. Without Part B, the e-way bill is incomplete and invalid for the movement of goods, she warned. Later that afternoon, Rajesh, the lead transporter, arrived at the loading dock. Vikram handed him the printed e-way bill number, EBN. He explained the validity period to Rajesh. For regular cargo, the bill is valid for 1 day for every 200 kilometers of travel. If you are carrying over-dimensional cargo, the rules change to 1 day for every 20 kilometers, Vikram noted. Rajesh nodded, understanding that timing was as important as the route itself. Rajesh checked the document on his own mobile device using the QR code. The digital integration allowed him to carry the e-way bill either as a physical printout or in electronic form. He knew that the unique 12-digit EBN was his safeguard during transit. If the vehicle broke down or the transshipment required a change of vehicle, Rajesh understood he would need to update the Part B details on the portal before resuming the journey. During the journey, Rajesh was signaled to pull over by a GST officer for a routine verification. Because Vikram and Meera had been diligent, Rajesh remained calm. He presented the EBN on his device. The officer used a handheld device to verify the credentials against the central portal. The data matched perfectly. The HSN codes, the vehicle number, and the timestamps were all in order, allowing Rajesh to continue without delay. Back at the office, Meera and Vikram reviewed the successful delivery notification. Meera reminded him that if a shipment is intercepted and detained for more than 30 minutes without valid reason, the transporter can upload that information on the portal. Transparency works both ways, she said. They also discussed the penalties for non-compliance, which could include a fine equal to the tax amount or the seizure of goods, a risk no professional business should ever take. As the sun set over the warehouse, Vikram felt a sense of accomplishment. By understanding the intricacies of the e-way bill, from the 50,000 rupees threshold and Part B requirements to validity periods and verification protocols, He had turned a complex regulatory hurdle into a streamlined logistics advantage. Aravinda Manufacturing was not just moving machinery, it was moving with the speed and clarity of a digitally compliant enterprise.